Hi everyone, I'm back and I'm going to talk about Tom Ford dupes, and in particular there are two Tom Ford fragrances that I love. They're my favourite Tom Ford fragrances, Soleil Blanc and Neroli Portofino. So I've got my bottle of Neroli Portofino here. I don't own a full bottle of Soleil Blanc, I just have a decant. And the dupes are from Perfume Parlour. This is the Neroli Portofino. That's a 30ml bottle. They come in this aged looking label, which I quite like. It's actually called Neroli's Portofino with a F-E-E-N-O. And then the Soleil Blanc is actually called Soleil Blanche. Soleil Blanche. And again, you've got that aged looking label, but a different shaped bottle, still 30ml. So how are they? Well, okay, let's compare prices. So a bottle of Neroli Portofino will set you back for 50ml, £145, I believe, at full retail price. Quite a lot of money for a quite light fragrance, but I love it. So there you go. Now this 30ml bottle from Perfume Parlour will set you back £8 for 30ml, £8. Quite a difference. So Soleil Blanc and the dupe are exactly the same price point. What do I think? Well, the Soleil Blanche, I've only just received it today, so this is only my first impressions on how it smells. I can't tell you about the longevity. I will come back and definitely give you that. But the Neroli's Portofino, I have worn several times, and I can tell you that it's excellent. I'm really happy because I love Neroli Portofino so much, but it is really pricey, and I don't really want to keep you know, having to spend that sort of money for it. And I didn't ever think that I would find a Perfume Parlour dupe that I would actually want to keep on wearing, and that would even cancel out the need to buy the original, because there's an inner snob in me that will always feel like I'm wearing a cheaper alternative, and that has happened with a couple of other fragrances that are really good by Perfume Parlour, but I can kind of tell they're not quite right, or they're not the same, and so I end up not wearing them. So what I've done is I've sprayed that on that about 5 minutes ago. Oh, I love it. So that's the original Neroli Portofino. It's fresh and bright and orangey and zesty and zengy, but we know that musk is coming in soon. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. So here is the dupe. Okay, so when you first spray this one, it's not exactly identical. It's got a green note in there that's not so dominant in the Neroli Portofino, like a petitgrain kind of note that's more prominent than the Neroli and the citrusy zestiness. It's more mellow than Neroli Portofino, the original. However, on wearing this several times, I can tell you that within half an hour, I cannot tell the difference. I have been blindfolded and handcuffed. Oh, hang on, no, that was a different time. But I have blind tested both of them against each other, and I could not tell the difference. Absolutely not. I wore it just the other day. Was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday. To work all day long, performance all day long. Now, I get okay performance anyway from this baby here. I wore that on one arm, this on the other, and this all here as well. And I can tell you that the performance was identical, and I got a whole 8 hours at work and longer, because I do 8 hours at work, half an hour there, half an hour back, and I usually spray half an hour before I go out the door. So actually 9.5 hours plus. Pretty fucking amazeballs. That's for you, Miss Anne, amazeballs. So yeah, Neroli Portofino, Perfume Parlour, I cannot recommend it enough. It is awesome, like crazy awesome. Anyway, it's not my bottle. I've borrowed it off Mr. Smelly, and he's going to have to prize it back off me soon. So, let's get on to Soleil Blanc. So this is another absolute favourite of mine. Here is the original, the proper stuff. Oh, it just takes me to a beach, a tropical beach with suntan lotion and white, beautiful white flowers hanging off trees, secreting mystical, amazing exoticness. Anyway, that's Soleil Blanc for you. Let's see. It's pretty close. This is, again, this has that same thing where the original's a bit brighter and a bit fresher. And this is sort of kind of musky-ish. More musky. I mean, they're definitely really close. I like to think if I was to blind test, I might be able to tell the difference, but they're still really close. I sprayed some immediately on opening the packet an hour ago, was it? On the back of my hand. And I would never know that wasn't Soleil Blanc now at this stage. The only thing I would say is it smells lighter. So I think, based on my very quick impression, potentially that feels lighter, so it might not give me the same kind of performance that the original Tom Ford Soleil Blanc will give me. But at £8 for 30ml versus £145 for 50ml, I'll just spray half the fucking bottle on my body before I go out the door. Alright, maybe not quite, but it smells really, really good. So guess what? I had Soleil Blanc on my to buy list this year. I'm taking it off. That is how good that is based on first impressions. I'm going to come back to you lot and give you a proper review. Just give you a little lowdown on longevity, projection, that kind of shit. But based on my initial impressions, I would say get on this site, Perfume Parlour, and order at least these. These ones are really, really good. I did also get a few oils just to see what they're like. I got Criminal of Love, which is one of the Kilian exclusives. So by Kilian Expletive. It's a city exclusive from Russia, and I did have a decant when it first came out, and I utterly loved it back then, and that decant's long gone, but this smells exactly how I remember it. My tastes have changed since then. This is a bit rich and a little bit heavy for me. It's a very spicy, rosy, kind of musty as well, tobacco. It's really good. If you like those strong tobacco fragrances like Herod and, oh, what's the other one? Veloutes, and there's another one that everyone is loving at the moment. That Sweet Tobacco 1821. It's in that kind of ballpark. But that's Criminal of Love with a K from Perfume Parlour is smelling just how I remember Criminal of Love to smell from my decant. I've got a Udines for men, so it's supposed to smell like Xerjov's Uden. I've never smelt the original, so kind of, I can't tell you if it smells like the original. I just like the sound of the notes. Not sure if I like it. It's a bit masculine. There's some nice citruses, but there's something a little bit green and maybe slightly off to my nose. Might improve with time. And anyway, moving swiftly on, I've got Sweet Redemptions, which is Kilian again? Yeah, I think it's Kilian. Yeah, it's Kilian. I've only smelt this once before when I did a little quick review type thing with Chad from A Gentleman's Journey. And I immediately, when I smelt it, I thought it reminded me of Love by Kilian. They call it Love, Don't Be Shy. This is a really rich, sweet orange blossom neroli type thing. So if you like Elie Sable Parfum or Love by Killian, anything with a strong neroli, orange blossom kind of thing, then you're probably going to like this. But I can't tell you for sure if it smells like the original. It's very rich, very sweet. Kind of sweet. It's got an edge. Anyway, that's all. I hope it's been helpful. If not, I'm sorry that you've wasted your time, and I hope that maybe you'll come back and visit me anyway one day out of pure sympathy. Thanks, people. Bye.